Let's readjust that awkward moment when you go to upload a video and you realise your microphone was not recording. Welcome back. Alpha updates, game updates, Solana gaming updates, alpha, all of that jazz. A very cool one this week. I've started that this week, jogging with barndog using Step N. So that is based around half an hour of every morning, Monday to Friday. Come and join me either on Discord. It's going to be in Step N and Grape Discord. This morning I joined Savannah. Next week, I'm thinking on the Wednesday, I'm going to turn it into a Twitter space and make it a bit more open. People can just come in and join. There's going to be NFT prizes along the way, but I want to make this about health, well-being, excuse me, and just being good in the space. You know, like we need more than just worrying about money and finances. I know everyone wants to ape in and make millions of dollars as a 21-year-old and go aping into these different projects and things like that. I'm a 41-year-old dude, you know, like I love the fact of being healthy in mind, body and soul as well at the same time. So please join me. There will be NFTs given away every week. It's a good chance to actually get into the app. I talk about this game a lot. I work with the team. So, you know, like they've done things I'll show later on as well. They've done some awesome things. It is quite expensive to get into at the start. So it is one way that they're still... they want low numbers because it's still in beta and there's a lot of kinks to work out along the way. So I've got to try to think of what I said in my last video and make sure I don't repeat the same things. But Bitcoin's had a really weird week. So Bitcoin has been coming down. You can see it. The market doesn't know what it wants to do. So how does that affect us on Solana and with Solana gaming? Obviously, Solana coin comes down. Shit coins come down with Bitcoin usually. But having a look at Atlas and Polis, these guys are actually going against the trend. You can see Atlas almost 11 cents today. You know, like it's funny. There must have been someone buying some here because it went up to 11.4, buying a good amount. Bang, push the price up. So Score Tier 0, I think it is, has done amazing things for the sentiment and the goodwill and people believing in the project again. They had a really bad start to December and the end of November. November was pretty rough month for Star Atlas. Now Polis as well. This is going to have a big February. You know, it's proposed that they're going to. I think it's February 3rd. They're meant to be having the Polis staking. I expect delays. I would expect delays. Ori was a funny one. That went up versus the coin. Now, noticing on the side, I had it up before. I think you get a 33% staking at the moment with just under 2.4 million staked at that. And the 6-month stake is just under 2.4 million again, but it's 71%. So you're getting over 2 times the value staking for 6 months. Everyone needs to make their own choices. I like the 6-month staking. I've got some coins staked away. I don't own any Aurorians, but I think that's a good one for me. I'm surprised to see Crow War so low. They've got closed beta testing at the moment. They've shown gameplay. They've got 5 characters. I've had a fucking awesome time playing the game. I still keep touch with that game, and I can't wait to see the updates with the next patch. Gene, that's slowly been going down. Now, these guys, GenoPets, have got the closed beta coming out on the 20th of this month, January. So what's that? That's about 3 weeks away. That'll be big for them, but the problem is you've got to own an NFT to get into the closed beta testing, and it's like 14 Solana. I'm not buying one. I'm going to pay the free to play. I've got some Gene tokens, gratefully donated to me by my sugar daddy, and he's given it to me to be able to play test it and play the game in this space. Shill, again, that's just been going down. They just had a closed beta test. The gameplay actually looks really cool where they're progressing in this, but maybe there's just not enough utility. I think there is a dual token. There's a dual pool token on Radium from memory. DFL, these guys are going to be monstering ahead this month. I'll bring it on. This is on my other screen. You know, I've constantly got this going out all day. There is a chance to earn money at the moment. They've got unknown prizes that'll be announced in the next few days, I believe. Over, I don't have the sound on. It's a trading thing to help. They've got 3 teams. And whoever trades the most is going to win a prize. And I've done some trading, not for that, but more so to work towards getting my achievements. So they're going to have 12. They're going to have 12 cycles, 12 monthly seasons, and then they're going to reset the seasonal XP, keep your total XP. And people are going to get prizes. If you're in the top 100 players, you've got a chance to win some DFL. Pardon me. Now, again, I do a lot of work with these guys. I do their weekly town halls. But I think, coming in the next couple of weeks, we're going to see NFT drops for, I believe, beta testers. There's some hard achievements to get here regarding the planting seeds, and the trading is over 100. Before in the closed beta, it was just a trade. So it kind of locks people out of doing some quests. I would like to see those change. They mentioned they are looking at it. I've got some potatoes, and you can see here I harvested this yesterday morning, $850 in this pool. It had $21 and it didn't even go towards my achievement. It was a bit disappointing to see. But having a look on the side, I've got Triple T and the USDC farm as well. That's $800 in value, and that's been there for a few days, and I've got nothing. But I got some of those from a radium pool, so I don't even really know what the coins are going to work towards. But I just thought I would drop them in there and try and get me achievements. This is me as a typical gamer. You want to do your dailies, you want to do your achievements. Monkey Ball MBS, that went up, went over 250 and has come down. We don't know where that's going to sit. Like they've only got 1,000 NFTs at the moment. They're talking about the next 2,000 launch. Audio, as always, I love audio. I've got about $3,000 worth of that stock. I love it. I think audio is going to be great. I think this is a good buying price. Not financial advice, but always look at it. I'm getting a bit of a beard, so I'm becoming a bit more trustworthy at least. But some of your sandbags and stuff I'm looking at on the side, I really do love audio. I do. I love them. Now, what I did want to see this week was if you actually have a look at Aurora, because I do remember what I was looking at. Aurora did an extra link this week on the game. This is the NFTs. So you can actually buy the NFTs. They are selling at around a 0.3 Solana. And you can see that once the old barndog internet comes about, they are actually selling 105, so that's a good 300 NFTs that have sold since they've opened this up. And there was an Aurorian dropped this week, and it was called Peppermint. So not an Aurorian, a NFT, NEFTY. You need 3 of those to be able to play the game and do the quest. Now, by doing the PvE quests, you can actually get yourself some of these NFTs. But they're dropping these to, I think, Aurorian holders, and I believe I got one of mine from holding some Ori coins. But for some reason, Peppermint can't be launched, can't be listed on the marketplace there for some reason. Shadowy Super Coda. It's going to be a shitload of people that are super happy they minted on that. I wasn't lucky enough to stay him at the time. 9 Heroes. This was actually 8.8 when I did my first video. This has gone up. So there must be some sales. There must be some big news coming out from 9 Heroes. Let's have a quick squiz. 24 minutes, 29 minutes, 37 minutes, 47 minutes. So that's about 5 in the last hour. Price. I know they're big ones. There he is. They've got the stake. That is pretty bullish for 9 Heroes. They were like 6.6 last week. Catalina Whale Mixer, I had them in on stage. That was awesome. Good to see Soul Chicks going down. Up yours. Portals. Portals has been huge for Solana. I'm going to talk about them possibly. No, they've just had a BSC, a link up with Binance US. So that was pretty cool to see. Geno Pets, so like I said, they've got on the 20th, they've got their closed beta. This week we saw Stylish Studs. They took a snapshot a couple days ago for the sweets. They do a launch in 5 days thereabouts, and that pushed Stylish Studs floor price up to like 3.5. So there was a chance to be able to buy at 1.8, sell at 3.5, buy back in, and it has come down. It's like 2.2 on Magic Eden. And there was a chance to be able to have, some arbitrage, buy it before, then sell it, then come back and buy back in if you didn't want to get a snapshot for the sweets. Or you had multiples, you could have sold some of your multiples and then bought back later. ChainMyth, it's good to see these guys, 3.8. Again, that's up from this morning too. That's awesome. ChainMyth minted at 1.2. They minted on Magic Eden if you didn't get a golden ticket. And it is really, really cool to see them go up. I've followed it, had Zoe on stage multiple times, love them. I reckon that's going to be a big game. And it's just generally a good dude. Monkey Ball, I don't know why the floor is so high for this. I don't know what it came out at. Obviously, they only do 1,000. This is created. They know that they're going to be able to sell more than 1,000, but they only do 1,000. 9 Heroes did it. Geno Pets did it. And they're making people pump and want and creating demand. I don't completely agree with it. I don't like it. I think you need bums in seats, and it's disappointing to see games not giving average Joes a chance to get in at the ground floor. The problem is with average Joes comes bots. It's cheap to trade on Solana. It's easy to get bots running, and things get snapped up by bots. So we need to have better launch mechanisms. I talk about this all the time, and they need to be whether they are whitelisted, whether they've got people doing KYC. There's so many ways of getting, but 16.7, a game that's unreleased, they've got a token out. I don't like it. It's one of many things with those guys, but they've got really big backers, and it should be looked at and talked about. Fraktal's 100,000 Fraktal 0.1 floor. We'll have a quick look at them. Project Eluune just had their first locking event with their NFT with the Eye of Eluune, and it's surprising to see 1.9 Solana still. I've got one. I've only just got one to enter into the game. I think that'd be good. It's cool to see Zoolana's Alpha Red go up. 3,184. That's the number they finished on. They had started with 8,555. Again, I rate them very much like Project Eluune, where they've come up with a utility project. You're going to be getting lifetime drops from these Zoolana Alpha Reds. And same with Project Eluune. You're going to be getting drops for shitloads of time, but because they didn't go for this rarity flip system, it created a problem for them. They had to change the way it worked. And I don't know that the first snapshot's been taken for the token allocation, but the Alpha Reds, you get 70,000 coins. You get 70,000 coins at half a cent per coin. So you're getting $350 worth of coins at half a cent. Huge option. It's still only at 2.5, so it's a good chance. Kaiju, I think they'll do pretty cool. Hopefully, maybe mid-year we might get a game out of them. Their last video showed a lot of the mechanics they've been working at. Aurora game I've talked about. Oh, Project Eluune. I haven't seen this. Cool. What are they selling for? 0.74. So Eye of Eluune, you could buy someone to possibly lock it, or it might not have been locked. I wonder how the differences are. But so this was a free NFT dropped for owning the founding Star Garden. So you could just about add that onto your price of your Star Garden, and you're almost at your minting price. Did they mint for 3 Solana? Yeah, it was a 3 Solana minting price. So I wonder, is that the closed eye? Must be. All right, cool. Let's go back. Shit, I'm at 12 minutes already. Barndog's pumping. Let's get into some of the news. So going back to coins quickly, I've missed so many coins on this list. We've got Cry, Nana, Ninja, Cave, SLFT, Chick, FCon, Sin, TRBL, Meeb, BRWL, Dio, and Tiny. It's very hard. I think TradingView do a dog shit job at being able to add some of these coins. If anybody has a better suggestion for me, please put it in the links down below. I'd love to monitor more and put this news out more for you guys. I want to do this twice a week. Fraktal, I've mentioned these guys before. I really love the fact that you can go in and you've got sectionalized things. I don't like the fact that at the moment there's 6 odd marketplaces. Mainly we're using Solanart, Magic, Eden, and Fraktal's probably going to become the 3rd most popular. I would love for one of these to monster and muscle out the others. Yes, I want it to be a decentralized market and people people determine the market values of things, but at the same time, it's fucking hard looking across multiple different platforms. Fraktals, this is about their NFTs. And you can see Hex is 1K, the Pentas 4K, Quads 25K, 70K of the tries. So there's 100,000 of these. So they get power and stuff. I don't know enough about this to be able to talk about it and whether it's worthwhile buying in, but I know they're going to be a very supported marketplace and they're going to be blockchain agnostic. So you need to at least maybe have a look. Let me know down below. KnifeForkSpoon, they've got their 3rd tournament in 24 hours. I believe it's tomorrow. And this is my little fella with his Madonna bra. He staked with the wing team. So these guys did a 50 Solana, 25 Solana. 3rd week's going to be 25 Solana, 100 Solana in 3 weeks. It's play to earn. So you buy your NFT. If you actually have a look now, what was the NFT sitting at? I've got it on 3rd screen. I think it's like 0.8 floor. So the floor did go above 3. 0.79. So you can go and get one for 0.8. The mints were 1 Solana. I'm not going to lie, I've considered buying more. Now, the sweets, this is launching on the 9th at midnight of UTC. So that's going to be 10 a.m. Queensland time on a Tuesday morning, I believe. And it's going to be very, very similar to the Portals launch. You've got 3 levels of clubs. These are all minted out, 4,932. Now the floor price of studs and fillies went up because you actually got a snapshot taken. I think there was around 4,300 unique wallets. I had 3 of those. Fuck yeah. 4,300 unique wallets, and you can only mint 1 with a unique wallet. So I'm curious to see out of those how many are going to mint, where they go, what the floors are like, and how many are going to be opened up to the public. Me personally, I'm going to mint in all of my whitelisted wallets, and I would actually like to buy more. I think it's going to be big for the game. I think it's going to be big for the community, and whether it joins Portals or Portals joins it, or there's all these metaverse options opening up. I think this is going to be one of our biggest games, and Q1 of this year, photo finish, they're going to actually be able to breed the Gen 0 horses, and this is why they're kind of doing this beforehand. I think it's a great marketing strategy. Caveworld, I need to look at these guys a little bit. They did have this, hopefully the Barndog internet loads up. They did have this come out. It's an armor set for one of their dudes. Does give me a chance to have a drink. All right, so I like the fact they've done, they are building towards a project and a game. So that's adding a bit of, what do they call it, a derug mechanism or an anti-rug? But you've got the progress update now. You can get that. It's medium drawn out. It gives a really great idea and stuff of updates. And we'll see a little bit of video play from, who is it, from ChainMyth a little bit later. You can see this is how they text your games out and stuff like that before they start putting in terrains and pitches and stuff. Got gameplay. Fucking good on them. So, whole lot of information to read. If you've got Caveman, if you've got some coin cave, Guild Saga. Now, I haven't done a lot of research into these guys. I joined upon news at Wing Discord. So that's another Discord that I'm on that I've been taken into. And, a lot of these Discords are trying to put out information on these games early and, giving you, righto, join these guys. Now, have a look at some of this gameplay. Very like Final Fantasy or I can't think of the game from the 90s. There were shitloads of them, like it's cool. It looks like it's very WoW-like with character progressions. You've got like 12, whereas WoW had something like 16 to 18 different items that you upgrade. So it's going to be a game that probably starts off being built in these very pixelated average graphics, but this is good. This is a really good result because you're actually having spells and abilities, and this is where blockchain gaming at the start can be about the game. People want to play a good, fun game, and they can wait for graphics and stuff to be updated. Projects are going to take time to build them up. So it's really cool to see a game that's got some gameplay before they start saying, give us some of your hard-earned Solana. Now let's have a bit of a look at this one. This is Botborgs. I had these guys at Grape. We did a AMA with the Gen, and this is a bit of the ship flying in between planets. When you go to the other planet, you can see different ships fighting asteroids. I think this is PvE element. I don't think there's other players at the moment. These guys are minting in January, mid-January. I think this will be a big one. They plan on having like 10 planets open by the launch. 10 planets open. They've already got a game, the Tank Capture the Flag game. If you go and have a look, it's 20v20, and they've got active leaderboards. It's playable, downloadable. They've got a first-person shooter. I've got that later on in the video track. big project. This is the Eye of Eluune, NFT phase 4. So I'm curious to see how many out of the numbers lock, how many they don't lock. I'm going to keep mine just letting it go. I'll maybe eventually they're going to be more rare. Who knows? There's going to be a point where certain amount lock now, certain amount lock on the next one, certain amount lock on the next one, and it'll be curious to see where it is. This was a thread from Dean at Grape Protocol. You know, like we've got 250,000 verified wallets now. We are pumping along at Grape. It is awesome. I love where I am. I love where I fell in 2021 and found my way in doing this Solana gaming side of things and helping you guys and learning a lot more myself along the process. I've gotten better. I've gotten worse at some things, but I want to be here, and I fucking love the fact that Grape Protocol is the center of it all. It talks about here how we're sharing some Grape rewards with Mango Markets, Genesis Go, Step N, Association Finance, Orc Protocol, Radium Protocol, Photo Finish Game, and Mean Finance. So, you know, like if you're verified, you're Grape, you're in some of these projects, you might be earning more Grape, and I love that. Tribelands, that's the TRBL token. These guys, I think I did a little bit of a research on them earlier, and they're like talking 3-4 years before they're going to have a full game. That's awesome to see them saying that. But they did do a coin drop, an IDO. I don't know how that went, but this is the closed beta test. They must have something coming out soon, which is pretty cool. Zoolana, I've talked about these guys a whole lot. I minted 15 of their Alpha Reds. Associated with the Alpha Reds, you get a coin drop towards that, and the Alpha Blues are going to be very similar. So in a way, there's differences, of course. They're actually adding in a rarity to the Alpha Blues, and you're going to have a chance. The NFTs do look a little bit different as well, with all the changing colours and how that changes. I'm going to be minting just the one, just the old Barndog one, because I've bought so heavily into the Reds. I don't need the Blues. The Reds are better. But you can see here, 55% are going to be bronze, 20,000 tokens at half a cent per token. If you get the Fire Obsidian, 3% of the 3,000 are going to mint out at that, and they are going to be 40,000 tokens, technically more than the Alpha Reds, if you think about it. Now, there's many other things that you get with the Alpha Blues, including drops, pre-sale access to things like that. But you're getting lore drops. They did a really cool poster NFT drop, which was good to read. It, you know, it shows the lore behind the game. So same with the blue, you're going to be getting drops all the way along. So there is utility there. Big system. Now, this was a really funny one, and I wanted to show you something for this because I got a little bit burnt with this. So these came out, the baby bottles. This is for SOLife. It's going to be like a board based on the Game of Life board game. I minted this way back when it was 3 Solana at $44 each. So when Solana was $44, you could track back 2021 when that was. Now, I said way back then you shouldn't be going based on Solana. You should be going based on price, because what happens if Solana goes to $150? It fucking happened. It went to $260, and people weren't happy paying for Solana for this. Now, talking more about what is this, 320 SLFT. In the game, you get a baby, and that baby ages quicker. I think it's 10 years every hour. It might be 10 hours to every 1 hour, so it's like a 10 times rate. But in a space of 3 months, you play one version of this game, and there's going to be a Solana prizes. Buying a baby bottle, if you bought in the pre-sale at 3 Solana, you got 250 SLFT. The first item is 320. That's going to create pressure on the item. Now, yesterday I saw this and I thought, oh yeah, I'll go and buy $500 worth of SLFT. It was like $6-7. So I didn't know how many people saw this before me. The price pumped, obviously. Now it's down to 3 cents. And I'll show a little bit further along ways to be able to do that. Let's have a quick look here at Bridgesplit. These guys are going to be doing something awesome on Solana, and I need to research it further. But there's so many things that we don't have access to at the moment. Fractionalization isn't. I know there's many people trying to build a solution to this. Now, fractionalization is going to allow you to sell off certain portions of an NFT. And when you're talking, if things are worth, what would the Genesis go with? 115 Solana. You'll be able to fractionalize off part of that and buy into that, which is cool. That is super awesome. It gets more people in the projects. It means you can get bigger, and then they will become worth more and more. Lending is something that's super important as well. So if you've got a DGen ape at 98 Solana, and that's $16,000. You know, like that's a lot of money. It's sitting there, and you can't actually utilize that $16,000. But if you can lend versus it, that is a cool way to be able to go and use in DeFi. Now, if that goes to 50 Solana because the market dumps, you've got to be very careful of where you are leveraged on that particular NFT in fear of losing it. So you've got to make sure when these projects come in, you look at the pros and the cons. Look at the partners for these guys. Jump Capital, Solana Ventures, Coinbase, CoinFund, fucking huge. So you can see Bridgesplit on Twitter. DFA had some awesome videos this week. Obviously, we are trying to get more phones to DFA, and I'm hoping within the next week and a half we get them the remainder of the 4 phones and get them up and running. 5 phones, 5 NFTs for Step N, and they should be able to hopefully build from there. Super excited. I'm pumped for this to be able to actually help in this, and these kids have a chance. Some of the videos, they're worth a look. Go and have a look. Like, I've done mine. Like it, share it, actually get out there. This is Web 3.0, getting out into the world and giving these boys a chance to be able to do stuff. You know, I'm fucking pumped for it. Absolutely pumped for it. Well done, DFA. You've done some great videos there. Let's have a bit of a look at, I had John from Gamerplex come into Grape Protocol. We did an AMA. This is a bit of gameplay from Contention. And you can actually go and game test with these guys, Gamerplex. So you can go and have a look at Twitter, on Discord, join their Discord. They are looking for gamers and testers and people that want to play and help. So there was an NFT drop. You actually got an OG NFT, which is you're going to be able to use across a multitude of games. So he's being shot by Kataro with a pistol. He gets over here, gives him a bit of a teabag. How you going? Love it. Absolutely love it. Now he's got a is it an M16? But lots of gameplay. They've got like 5 games they're building out. This was cool. This one here, this was the world for ChainMyth. You can see the temple settings, Indian culture. It's going to be... I like watching these. I like them putting these things out. It's showing you the building process. You know, like, not everything has to be about win money. You know, it is cool to see some of these things. We can see some of their characters. They released like 5 videos this week. It's a bit of skin for an Indian. Oh, hello. It's a bit of skin. So this is going to be a character that's based on intelligence. You can see the intelligence right there. No, she's going to be a damage dealer. 5v5, first-person shooter, MOBA mechanics, based on like not based on, but it'll be similar to Valorant. So I think this is going to be a really big game. I've been on the bandwagon for a long time. Had so many times at stage. And I love it. You know, it's forming these bonds with some of the big builders on Solana that's made this game, made this whole process for me more enjoyable. This is Botborgs, and you can actually go to, I think it's Botborgs.com, and you can do, they've got some monsters there. You can get their weapons. They've got 4 different weapons that you can change between. And this is showing some of the gameplay from one of the planets, obviously for one of the first-person shooter planets. It's cool seeing so many of these games give us gameplay now. I think 2022, because there's so many building, there's over a couple of hundred on Solana building, there's shitloads that are rugged. Everyone's been caught in some kind of slow rug or a rug, lost money, blah, blah, blah. But for games to join up now, they're going to have to give us some kind of gameplay or utility that's going to be there. Let's look at Tiny Connolly. I don't know a whole lot about Tiny Connolly, very pixelated from what I've seen, but they've launched a Fusion Radium pool, dual token pool, single, I think it pays out in tiny coins at 400%. So what happens when you see this? One of the first things you should do is go and have a look. You can go into Mercurial Finance. That's powered by Jupiter. You can see it's a coin that's at $2, and you can see it's trading on Radium and Serum Dex. They're the important bits of information. So what you can then go and have a look at is, bang, this is the Fusion pool, Tiny USDC, pending reward. So it pays out in the Tiny token. At the moment, there's a TVL of 700,000, and it's just under 400%. But you can go to the Radium Dex, and you can actually see, obviously, on the 2nd of January, this is launched. They've done an IDO launch. It's shot up to $2.50, very much similar to MBS, and then come down. Obviously, someone's taken a shitload of profit. Was that someone that bought down here and sold up here and dived it down? Most likely. Or was that a investor that realised their their investment very, very early, and now it's sitting at $2. So what does that mean? This can probably come down. There's a lot of things, and again, please, not financial advice, but there's a lot of things to look at. This can likely come down, but does the 400% APR, APY, does that 400% manage the risk as being a potential? Possibly. So these are things that you can look at. So what you should be looking at as well is, what are the tokenomics? How many coins were released? When are the next batch of coins due to be released? So a lot of the times the IDOs, the public IDOs, are only 1 or 2% of the tokens. And if the investors are able to unload at the same time, normally they'll do that. And this happens, dang. They take a lot of our money and they just flip it and make profit. And this is why being a VC is super important. So there's a lot of information to have a whole look at. So I talked about the SLF10. I went and bought $500 at 7 cents, and it dumped down to 3 cents. So obviously I didn't research that enough, but with the tiny coin, I wanted to go and have a bit more of a look at it. So SpaceFalcon, I'm going to finish on this one. SpaceFalcon is a massive game at the moment. 130,000 people on their Twitter, been around since June, and they are launching on the accelerator. So I wonder whether that's the coin or whether that's the NFTs. I'm going to shoot a game with insane NFTs. SpaceFalcon is a P2E intergalactic metaverse on Solana featuring a PvP space shooter game. Pardon me, I've got a lot of gas. I don't know why. Now, Vishiv is another one. VISHV is another space game. I've shown you guys Botborgs. There's shitloads of these Star Atlas style themes, games building. This one here, 130,000 people on Twitter, joined in June, so that is super awesome. They've been around for a while, and they're launching through Radium, still the best launch pad on Solana. So I've got tokens on multiple staking wallets for Accelerator. I'll absolutely 100% be going in for whatever the fuck this is, whether it's NFTs or coins. I want in, and I need to go and do a little bit of ape research into them. So there is lots of information. I'm going to finish off by Monday to Fridays. I do this 8:30 my local time. I'll be on the Step End Discord 2 days. I'll be on the Grape Discord the other day. This morning I joined Zoolana. Next week I'm thinking of doing it as a Twitter space. It's a way for me to advertise goodwill. I want to be moving to earn. I'm earning on this. I earned 30 GST in this morning. Have a look at the GST price. It's actually it was $2.20 at one stage. $66. Morning. That's $400 a week. Now, you've got to have a look. I put a lot of money into the game, bought extra sneakers, minted, all those kinds of things. But this is based around good health, good living, and I want to share that out. I showed some DFA graphics. Then the boys, he's done a great job. DFA's done such a great job with the videos. Let's have a look at one more of them. I can't promote it enough. I love what we're doing with the DFA side of it. And it's an awesome chance to get this Web 3.0 out there. They're coming back today from their Christmas break holidays. He does better videos than me. Actually, they were building the goalposts. You can actually see them. Was it in this video? Them actually building the goalposts and using, it must have been old fishing net. But it's all based around this, moving to earn, being healthy, be a good motherfucker in the system. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you, Mother, for the rabbits.